Hey guys, what's up? It's Awesome Booley again with Options Traders. I am in a group of options. Well, it's an options Discord where we talk about everything options. It could be day trading, swing trading, strategies such as spreads, strangles, condors. Basically, everything options is done in that group. I believe it's great for beginners, advanced, intermediate, everybody who wants to do options. Today was a requested video by someone in the chat. I thought it would be funny. I have no script. Well, I never usually have a script for my videos, but this one's just on the fly. It's what not to do when trading options. I don't know if y'all can hear that. That's like a loud vehicle just like race by. So I'm going to try to think of common ones of what not to do. So first thing I would say when trading options is to be leery or make sure you pay attention to the expiration date. If you don't know, you go into the trade tab of whatever you're trading. So like if it's on Think or Swim, you go to the trade tab and you can pull up options. So as you can see, these options expire in one day or expire tomorrow on Friday. These expire next Friday and so on. Make sure you understand the expiration date and theta decay, which is time. I guess I should make a video covering the Greeks, which I guess I will eventually, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. So just make sure that you understand that when you're trading stocks, you can bag hold your shares for as long as you want, but on your contracts, they have a day that they expire. And when they expire, they either get executed, which means you have to buy that stock at a certain price, or sell it at a certain price, call or put, or they expire worthless. So you could lose all your money that you put into it. So for example, like let's say you go to a strike price that is out of the money. Let's say you buy for some reason 4 contracts at this, and it's like a dollar a contract. So you pay $400. It doesn't go your way, so you hold it and you go, oh, it's okay. I'll sell it when it's back at my price. No, it expires tomorrow, so you're going to lose all that $400. So that's something beginners should not do and be aware of. Also, I want to say be aware of support and resistance lines. For instance, like do not look at a 2-minute or, for example, a 1-minute time frame and think that the support and resistance you see there is the overall support and resistance lines. Okay, so for example, let me zoom in here. Okay, so I can more easily do it on here. Let's see. Okay, so the stock opens in the morning. Let's hope I can get this to load. Okay, so let's just say you're looking at this. These red lines here and here, my support and resistance lines aren't there, and you just see it trending up and trending up. If you don't know where a resistance line is, you'll just be like, oh man, it's going to the moon, like hop on it, and you hop on it here or here, and it goes down because you're obviously at a resistance line. So it's okay to trade on the 1-minute or 2-minute time frame. That's totally okay. There's a few others who do that, and I do the 2-minute time frame. Just make sure that you're going out to at least the 15-minute chart or like the hour chart. So for example, I drew some lines on Boeing today. I went out to the 1-hour chart just so that I could understand like what is happening, because yes, you're trading intraday, but you want to know where the major support and resistance lines are. So obviously this is the top, so I drew a resistance line there. And when I do it in like the 1 hour and 15-minute time frame, I color it red, or I put it a different color, so that when I'm day trading and I see that color, I go, oh no, that's a major resistance. Oh no, that is a major support. Okay, like my blue lines had to do intraday as of course for intraday, which means they really mean nothing. They're just something to help me watch. So top here, that's a resistance line. Top here, resistance line. Top here, resistance line. Top, like top, and then it had a resistance, and then a resistance. Obviously a resistance line. Bottom, support, bottom, support, bottom, or it went up and bounced there, and then it came down, bounced there. It had some trouble here. obviously that's going to be another support line, bottom support line. So I ended up drawing the support line like right here on the top here without like looking at the day. So I drew it out earlier today, and then I went in to the 2-minute time frame, and it was so cool because when I drew out that line, it literally was perfect. Like it literally caught the back. Is this? Oh, that's Tuesday. Yeah, I was like, that's not right. So I drew that line out, and it literally like bounced perfectly on that line, and I was like, let's go. So basically, for the support and resistance, you're looking at highs and lows. Of course, I have a support and resistance video that you can watch. It's in the How to Day Trade Options or Trade Options for Beginners playlist. Someone put something in the Options Traders script right now. Sorry. So what else should beginners not do besides be aware of major support and resistance lines? Don't just, especially in the market that we're in. So like 6 months ago, like let's look at the S&P 500 index. So like if we go back, let's just say, no, 1 hour. I'll do like let's just do 4 hour, and then let's zoom out like 3 months. No, yeah, it's going to be longer than 3 months. It's going to be like 6 months. Okay, so look, back here until February, or basically January, look at this. Look at the S&P 500. Oops, I have to go back further. Dang it. Year to date, 1 year? Sure, let's do that if it loads. Okay, so look at this. If you were buying a call and you wanted to hold it overnight, I would say, yeah, sure, no problem, because most likely your odds are is you're going to profit on it. Okay? That is not the instance right now. You do not want to swing trade something without having a defined risk on it, like such as doing a spread or a strangle or a condor, something like that. I would not hold overnight. For instance, if you're like, man, look, it's dropping, or something, you're like, I'll buy a put, and then, oh, look, overnight it shoots up or something. Like, I want to say, where was one? Yeah, so right here, so it was dropping and dropping. You buy a put and it gaps up in the morning, like, no. So as we are in this correction phase of the market, I would not say swing trade. So beginners, be leery and be careful of swing trading in this correction market. I would say once we drop below this without some major buying, we are in a bear market and we're just going to start dropping, but that's just my personal opinion. But right now we are showing some push upwards, so I think we're fine. So of course I'm playing this by the ear. I don't really know what I'm going to say. The video is, about what not to do, what not to trade. How not to trade. Let's go back into my 2-minute time frame. Let's see if I can find something specific. Probably another thing I can think of is thinking you're right and the market's wrong. Don't do that. Every trade you take, don't be emotional about it, but also I would say don't be 100% confident, because when you're absolutely confident, then you mess up, okay? So like, for instance, I also, with my strategy, I like to stay as close to support and resistance lines when I enter and as close to the EMA line when I enter. So if I'm looking at this, a good call would be around here. I just moved this support. It was around here. I'll move it back if I need. But this was around here, so a perfect time to buy a call would be around here, because I love buying near support levels. Of course, after I see a bounce, so I'd love to see this push up, and then I'd buy into it. And then we have a resistance level here. Obviously, this is a minor one because it's in blue, and it's not over. It didn't affect multiple days. These red lines have affected multiple days. That's why they are red and major. So I would also say I call no man's land like the middle of support and resistance lines, because right here you're like doomed for anything to happen. Like it could like go up or it could like drop like it did here, and no man's land is what I call it. So for beginners, don't trade in no man's land. Like wait till it bounces off a support or hits a resistance. Like trade there. That's better risk to reward, because like if you enter here, you have this much reward for this much risk. So if it drops down below here, your risk is so low. But if you buy here, your risk to reward is basically the exact same. So that's not worth it. I mean, in my opinion. Um, so what else not to do? Don't be an idiot. I don't know how to explain that, but don't be an idiot. Also, actually, I got one because I see a lot of people do this. Be aware before you ever enter a position, go to the trade tab, go on Yahoo Finance, go on FinViz, whatever it takes you to find open interest and volume. If you don't know what open interest or volume is, please watch my video of it. This is probably the most important thing in options. Like, I don't care if you got in at the wrong spot. As long as you can sell your position with the options open interest and volume, you'll be fine. Just make sure you can sell. And my face may be lighting up more because it's getting dark and the lights are turning on. Again, I'm at school if you didn't know. Thursdays I have a night class. So if we can see here, if you pull up the options table here, you can see the volume for the day. So we have 5,000 contracts traded, about 4,000 contracts, about 2,000, 3,000. SPY, we go up to like 30,000. I'm sure we'll hit 50,000. 47,000, 5,000, 22, 9,000, 93,000. Now, what is something somebody traded? Hold on, I'm going to have to move my face here. CLD. Again, the person who traded this, I'm not going to call you out because you didn't know. And I'm sure we could all have made this mistake. Let's look at CLD. Again, most options, yet if it's having a hard time loading, I don't think that's the best. If you're going to day trade options, or at least look for options to trade, I think it's best that the stock is at least over $50. It's a major company, and it has a lot of volume and open interest, as well as it has weekly options. If it doesn't have weekly options, it's not that volatile. So let's go into CLD. It is obviously priced at about $3. Not the best stock. I said above 50 is usually the best. And if we look here, the open interest is 23 and 98. Not the best. And the volume for the day is 0. Okay, the reason why I would rather you get in SPY and be complete like at SPY with 93,000 volume is because I would rather you get in that and be wrong than get in this and be wrong. Because if you get in SPY and you're wrong, you can quickly sell that easy because of the volume. Everyone's there and everybody wants to buy or sell or whatever. Something's happening. A transaction is happening there. 0 volume, no transaction. Do not buy it with, I would say, with less than 1,000 volume. I mean, open interest and at least 100 to 500 volume in the first 15 minutes. Okay, that means that something is happening there. So if you get in it and you're right or wrong, you won't be able to sell. So be careful of open interest. Again, I will link a video to my support and resistance lines video, to my patterns video, and to my open interest and volume video below. Please don't make any of these mistakes. Again, I'm sorry if you guys like a structured video. This was not a structured video. I just came up with it at the top of my head because someone asked me, and that's what I like to do. I like to help explain to people. So if you ever have a question in the group chat, hey Austin, could you cover this? I would love to. Again, it might not be perfect or script oriented, but I would love to cover it. So again, that's mistakes that beginners need to be to watch out for. Again, I don't know what I'm going to call the video, but it's going to be something like that. And I hope it helped. If you want to contact me or learn more about options, go through my YouTube channel or just click that Discord link below. Alright, I hope it helped. I hope y'all found some comedy in it, maybe if you're an experienced trader, or I hope you could learn from it. Alright.